Okay, guys, today's role analysis is with Sean, and he was gracious enough to allow me to use his pretty fancy camera to film. So let me know what you guys think of the video quality. Every time he kind of chased me with this underhook, I felt that I had the opportunity to punch a Darce choke in. And I find that, kind of with more junior students, it's very helpful to expose the same mistakes multiple times. It kind of helps them understand how and why it's happening, especially if it happens so many times, because then you kind of go home and say, okay, what was common in all of those catches? As I come over into mount and I drop my hips, I'm able to finish the Darce. Probably one of my favorite 5 takedowns for jiu-jitsu right here. Sacrifice throw, kind of more of a Yoko Tominage style, which is kind of what I like. Just get the guy moving around, and as he comes forward, I roll him through. Because he has a nice underhook lead on me, I step backwards, and you'll see here my knee that's inside of his legs, it's very narrow, and I definitely don't like that. So I pry his thighs open, and that allows me to surf into that knee on belly position, controlling the head. You can see he's a little cautious with his underhook, but he had his chin up, so I actually slipped in a rear naked choke, but from the side, something I like to do often. As we start again from the feet, I'm just looking for those foot sweeps, something I've been working on a lot. I learned from Dines, and actually I'm posting another video with an Olympic judoka. For sure, I'm a terrible jiu-jitsu guy when it comes to takedowns, but I like to practice. As I go for a Kimura grip-based crucifix, check out what he does here, very slick. He actually uses the momentum to surf on top, and then he slips the elbow. I think that was exactly the right thing to do. I try to prevent him from grabbing my head, but he grabs it, no big deal. I get my frames in, and I just wait for his hips to disconnect, and as soon as they do, which I think happens right about there, I catch my half guard, I rebuild. You'll notice from this position that he goes for a rolling back take. I always just keep my leg in, my butterfly hook, and I track for a belly down ankle lock. I use the threat of the ankle lock to stabilize a top position and melt into a staple, little windshield wiper. And you can see he's kind of opening up that Darce position again. So I just kind of start to attack it. Of course, he's becoming more and more hip to it. As we kind of restart here, I start to just create some movement, side to side, looking for my foot sweep, and I try to always combo it right into the pass. I use a little bit of shin to shin pummeling, and as it doesn't give me the pass, it grants me inside position, and I just create a tripod position. He actually resets my hips a little bit, but not fully, and I end up comboing with a little knee cut here. And I go back to knee on belly. I do like my knee on belly position, as I do like to surf. I find it's, not the best for me and my body type to try to pin people down. And again, I start to threaten that Darce. You can see my fingers poking through. Always like to attack the Darce, kind of see what happens. But because he's rotating his body out, that arm in guillotine position is right there for me, and I can finish right there. As we continue, I have to backstep just because I have to try to clear that hook, and I scoop inside of his knee. I feel pretty well controlled here, which I don't like. I really like to move. So I wedge my shin into his hip, and I roll through for the back take, and I secure the hip so he can't roll through, and I have my twister hook. I switch my hips through, and there's that arm once again. So you can see every time I'm looking for the Darce choke, I don't like to overcommit to it, but I like to definitely feel it and see if it's there. My favorite way to hit the Darce is just like that. It's to fall to my side. It's a very Edwin Najmi style of Darce chokes. What I liked about Sean is that he kind of changed his strategy every time. Here he went in for a really nice low single. I thought he had me there, but I actually grabbed his pants, and I kind of feel like he just sat back. I thought he could have finished that. As we continue again in this guard position, he kind of likes almost like a quarter and a deep half position, which is dangerous because that can go south for me. I already did one rolling back take, so I think I'm considering it here, but you can see he is more defensive and aware of it this time. So I just use this to reset to a knee cut, and I punch my underhook, and I get my chest to chest, and I go for my tripod pass here, a pass that I've really been digging lately, and I finish again in the knee on belly. You can see how many times I go for knee on belly. I use the head and arm control to roll through, collapse his arm, and punch my anaconda choke in. This is something you saw Rafa Mendes do a lot. I think it was 2011. When he was 19 years old. And this one was our final round. I can see, he really wants to get that takedown. I honestly just raised his leg and I managed to drop him. No complaints there. I enter a leg weave position, the one that you would see BJ Penn go for, and I hit a Kanto choke. Very atypical of me to do that, but just having some fun mixing it up. Huge thank you to Sean for coming all the way out and training with me and agreeing to the video.